All right, welcome back to Getting Sober ... Again, my name is Jay, and today we're gonna answer a question, which is, why is it so hard to quit drinking? Why is it so hard? Comment below. Why do you think it's so hard to quit drinking? Give me your opinion. If you haven't, while you're down there, if you haven't, please like this video, even though you don't even know what I'm gonna say. It might be a terrible video, but I promise to try to not make it a crappy video. And also too, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free and it'll help other people find this channel. Speaking of finding this channel, here's a weird thing about YouTube. I don't know if any of you are content creators, but when I started this channel, I had like 100 or so, like in the beginning. I'm still at the beginning, full transparency, but in the beginning, when I had like less than 100 subscribers, this channel is called Getting Sober ... Again. But like when I even went to go find my channel on YouTube, you would think that by typing in Getting Sober Again, I typed in Getting Sober Again and I hit search, and I couldn't even find my own channel. That's how just buried it was in the algorithm results. So it's really important. That's why I always say, like, if you don't mind, please like the video. If you don't mind, subscribe. But also too, the other really important thing is commenting. And I try my best to, I've responded to everybody's comments, and I will respond to yours, I promise. But YouTube looks at the factors of subscriber rate and likes and comments to decide whether or not it's going to even show your videos to any other people voluntarily. So you might think like, well, just because you search for something, well, then you're getting all the results. There's tons of results. And even if you type in sober, probably not gonna find my channel right off the bat. You might even type in getting sober, you still might not even find my channel. So, but when you do those things, it really helps me out, and it's free, and I love you. Thank you. So why is it so hard to quit drinking? I really don't know. So you should shut this video off. No, I'm just kidding. But Mitch Hedberg, one of my favorite comedians who passed away about 15 years ago, he actually overdosed on heroin, of all things. And I'm very happy to say that I've never had a dabble of heroin ever in my life. And I plan to keep it that way. But so he had an addiction problem, right? And it was very widely known fact that he was a heroin addict. And I think a lot of his performances too, if you saw any of his televised performances, he was probably using at that time too, but that's not the point. But he has a joke, and the joke is it's a conversation between him and a friend. And the friend says, Mitch, you don't know how hard it is to stop smoking. And he says, yes, I do. It's as hard as it is to start flossing. I don't know. It's just, I think it's about how often do you floss? Comment below. I have a problem tooth from like I had like a really big cavity that needed to be filled. So I have to floss after every time that I eat. Every time I eat, I have to floss like 5 times a day. If I snack, I have to floss. I keep floss everywhere. But again, that's not the point of this topic. I may have already lost some people. Why is it so hard to quit drinking? It's as hard as to stop flossing. Start flossing. That's why. Quitting drinking it's hard. And we know that because we're watching this channel. And we know that because I made this channel. And I have named this channel Getting Sober ... Again, because like who gets sober one time and they're just like, I drank and then I didn't anymore. That's the end of my story. It's a boring story. And hopefully, luckily you have a really boring story like that, and you didn't have a decade of wasting money and getting into like weird, dangerous situations, ruining your family life or losing a job or your home or whatever. But I think very simply why it's so hard to stop drinking is because we don't, maybe you do, but we don't tend to have anything else that's of equal or greater value to move on to, things that we might not have something that is bringing us joy, and we are complex beings, right? No matter how you may think of yourself, or maybe how much you want to drown your day in sorrow and misery and alcohol, and maybe sometimes you may relate to having that feeling of just wanting the day to be over and not wanting to exist. I know I've been there too. As good as my life has been, as awesome as my life has been, as wonderful as my parents have been. Love you, Mom. Sometimes I would drink. I just didn't want to feel anything. I just wanted to, sometimes I would just say like, I'm just going to time travel now. And, because that's what it is. It's like you drink, you have a drinking session, and then you get to the point at the end of the day where it just becomes like an emergency, and then you're getting emergency food to sober up so that you're not, you don't end up throwing up or having a massive hangover the next day. But like, it's this constant cycle of self-sabotage the next day, of trying to recover the next day. And then when you feel better again, go back and drink again until you drink too much, and then it's end the day and then start back over the next day. And it's just like this loop, this cycle of self-sabotage. And, for me with drinking, what I believe, if I had to psychoanalyze myself right now, and if you agree, comment below, and if you don't, comment below anyway, because I love you. But I was afraid, honestly. I'm still a little afraid, a little fearful. I'm not sure if this channel's gonna take off. I hope that it does, or my other one. So I really hope that you comment and like this video. But I really hope I really want this channel to grow, and I hope that you want this channel to grow also. It means a lot to me that a lot of you have written to me in the comments and told me how much this channel means to you, and thanking me for making these videos. Like, it really makes me feel good in a real, genuine way. And that's what I'm talking about with why is it so hard to quit drinking? Because like, I didn't have this. I didn't have you then. I didn't have the meaning in my life. And as talented as I am, doing this stuff, and I've been in a couple of movies. I've been, I make shirts. I'm a graphic designer, photographer, videographer. Like, life has been really, really good. Been very fortunate, and I very much consider myself blessed. But I was really afraid that because of the self-sabotage, it kept giving me a reason. It kept giving me an out of having to take life more seriously than I really needed to. I really needed to buckle down and take life seriously. And it was also maybe to a response to some of my shortcomings and some of my failings. And I'm naturally good at a lot of things. I don't mean to brag. I'm just naturally good at a lot of things. I'm very good at figuring things out, how things work, how to make things work, how to improve things. But then sometimes, just raw talent only gets you so far before then really hard work needs to kick in. And, being dedicated to like what you're doing and like really putting the time and effort into making things better so that you have that feeling, that reward of like, you've done something, you've earned beautiful comments, you've earned a beautiful family around you, you've earned great friendships and relationships. And in the absence of that, in the absence of having the career you wanted, you sell yourself short with a little token, a little drink, and then another little drink, and then another little drink. And you don't ask where the money's gonna come from. You don't even ask yourself, how much did this cost me this week or this month, or how much did I spend on it this year? You just do it because it gives you the little dopamine release that nothing else in your life is giving you. Is that true for everybody? Maybe not. There are definitely some celebrities some very wealthy celebrities. The first one that comes to my mind is Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was Batman. Not only was Ben Affleck wasn't he voted the sexiest man alive? So he was voted sexiest man alive. And Sean Connery too. I think Sean Connery, it was Anthony Hopkins. I think it was sober. Award-winning. I think he won an Oscar-winning actor. Anthony Hopkins. And then, but with Ben Affleck, not only was he Batman, but wasn't he the Flash or something else too? I can't remember. Daredevil. He was two different superheroes in a movie. Multi-millionaire, huge celebrity, and still had addiction problems. So you might say so that I'm just playing devil's advocate here. It's well, Ben Affleck had the best life ever and was the sexiest man alive or whatever. I don't even know if that's true. It might be just confusing him with George Clooney. But a lot of us aren't Ben Affleck, right? I know that sounds stupid, but even when our lives are pretty good, still we want to feel better. At the end of the day, we just want to feel better. And there are a lot of underlying issues and reasons, whether it be like separation anxiety or not knowing how to properly socialize with people, having just general anxiety about maybe being in public or being in social places where you know people and where people know you, and having that crutch of feeling like alcohol adds to your personality and boosts your personality. And that could be dangerous, right? And when we get stuck in that loop and that habit of drinking, you know, it's familiar. That's also why it's really hard to quit drinking, you know? At the end of the day, if our day is just we wake up and we go to a job, I don't mean your career, but you just wake up and you have to go to a job and you're already not excited about going to your job. Then you have to be at your job and you're just subjected to have to be around a bunch of people, a bunch of your coworkers that you probably never would talk to under any other circumstances. But it's like, all right, well, these are the people I have to be around all day. And then some of those people maybe become your friends. Become your friends, and because you're adult, like you're both adults or all adults, most of the activities that you do all revolve around drinking or involve drinking. Maybe don't revolve around drinking, you know. It's not like the drinking Olympics, like we're gonna have a beer drinking contest tonight. Are you in or out? But you know, it's everywhere. The movie industry or the alcohol industry spends $2 billion a year advertising to you. It's everywhere. When you turn on the TV, when you get home, you want to relax. Let's say you made it all the way home without drinking. You didn't drink for lunch. You didn't drink at happy hour. You just went home and you didn't even drink with dinner, and you sat down and you didn't even have a drink, and you watched TV, and then somebody on TV is having a drink. And you're like, oh, trigger. That's what I'm forgetting. And then they go to commercial, and then it's like people are on a beach and they're hitting a beach ball, a volleyball all slow, boop, and it's like 0 calorie beer, and it slides in, and there's like water coming off of it. So I'm sorry, I hope I'm not triggering you. But you know, all of our friends, all of our relationships, every time somebody has a birthday, even if it's like your kid's having a birthday and you invite some people over, and then the adults are drinking, and then the kids are drinking pop, and everybody's drinking something. And you know, they're on sugar drinks, and they're having sugary cake, and you know, you're having cocktails, and like it's everywhere. It's 4th of July, it's Memorial Day, it's Labor Day, it's whatever, Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, St. Patty's Day, which it's just the calendar is just structured to keep you drinking. It's like New Year's Eve, the first day of the year, you're hungover. And then what's the next holiday after that? I don't know if you might say like, well, the Super Bowl is a big one. And you get like the Super Bowl comes up, that's gonna be in early February. And then like St. Patty, then Valentine's Day, it's gonna be drinking and some other stuff. Then St. Patty's Day, and then it's just on and on and on. The calendar really only gives you a month. And then like every week there's Taco Tuesday. It's just everywhere you go, it's alcohol. There's alcohol everywhere. You can go to the random trip to the drugstore, go to CVS, and you could buy enough alcohol to kill everybody in your family. Alcohol's everywhere, and it's designed to be everywhere. And that's why it's hard to drink, or that's why it's hard to stop drinking, because it's in your face all the time. All your friends you stop drinking, your friends are still drinking, you want to hang out with your friends, what are you gonna do? Like, well, I'll just have a ginger ale. And then the peer pressure, and they're all making fun of you and laughing and whatever, because your friends are jerks, and you probably should get new friends, just being honest. But you know, there's a lot of pressure. You know, your coworkers are going out after work because it's so-and-so's birthday. Or, you know, you're gonna go out, you're gonna go have lunch after church. You go to church and they're doing communion, and you're just like, oh my God, stop. I know it's just grape juice, but it's just everywhere. You're always reminded of alcohol. It's in the song. They're talking about Moet, and they're talking about Patron, and they're talking about this and that, and partying and this lifestyle. And you're just like, oh my God, it's everywhere. They're always reminding me about alcohol. It's like they're sponsored by alcohol. Like all these people are sponsored. Like, yeah, they're getting sponsored. They're getting paid to tell you to drink. It's the alcohol industry, right? So comment below. Let me know what you think. Like, why is it so hard for you to quit drinking? You know, where's all the pressure coming from? Are you trying to quit drinking, but your spouse won't stop drinking? Are you trying to stop drinking, but maybe you haven't talked to your friends to see if like who will join you, might want to stop drinking with you, you know? Why is it so hard to stop drinking? Do you work in the service industry? Do you work? Is it part of your job? Is that why it's hard to quit drinking? I don't know. Comment below. Let me know. So good luck on your journey. I look forward to talking to you in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video.